Guy's been knocked down more than once. He continuously follows this guy around the ring.
And after throwing enough punches to satisfy Miguel Diaz and Ray Woods in the 8th round, Corrales goes back in the 9th round to walking around and looking at Mayweather. Hasn't been able to get off.
Can't seem to zero in and get his antenna set. That's what Mayweather doesn't want to do. You want to keep your feet moving, not your shoulders. Good body shot by Corrales.
10 seconds to go in the 9th. 9 minutes left in the fight after this. Time running out on Diego Corrales as he desperately tries to find something that will work against the super brilliant Floyd Mayweather Jr.
You see, when you're using the jab, first, it's much easier for you. Okay, baby. Jab, jab, right hand, leg hook, and jab again, and jab. Okay? Okay.
The streak continues for Corrales. Single digits landed in every one of the 9 rounds.
I know we need to stop him.
We need to stop him.
Yeah.
So move your hands.
Right. Move your eyes.
You don't like it downstairs. Keep
right.
on going downstairs.
And after throwing only 25 punches in the 9th round, you heard Corrales say to his corner, "I'm giving you guys everything I've got." That's frustration. So Floyd Mayweather has, in all likelihood, won every round. Most rounds he's dominated. He knocked Diego Corrales down 3 times in the 7th round.
His most important punch for Mayweather has been that left jab right in the pit of the stomach. Makes his taller opponent bend down more and more to his level.
The odds were close. Ringside experts were probably pretty close to evenly divided as to who is going to win the fight, and Mayweather's just walking away with it as he pushes Diego down. And Richard Steele says, "Don't push."
Mayweather has a tendency occasionally to use his elbows, you know. Richard Steele caught onto it instantly. So no forearm.
Quick left hook and a walk away by Mayweather as Corrales tried to close in.
You got to throw punches if you're going to walk forward. Just let the jab just fly out. Even if you miss him, just throw it.
Another little left hook. Didn't even seem like that big a punch. Corrales' legs are just shot from the multiple punches he's taken. And Diego pulls himself up by the ropes.
He doesn't look like he has much left, Jim.
No, if he went down on that punch, I think he has very little left. That's the 4th knockdown of the fight. Corrales with a right hand to the rib cage.
It's like playing with a cobra. You can be in control, but all he takes is 1 or 2 good shots.
Right hand, another knockdown, 5th knockdown of the fight, 5th knockdown of Corrales' career. Another mark of what a performance it's been. Ray Woods is up on the apron. That's going to be the end of the fight. And Corrales goes over and nearly accosts his dad for having stopped the fight.
Corrales can come back 138.
Richard Steele is holding Corrales to try to keep him away from his own cornerman because Diego is so upset that his trainer and father, Ray Woods, elected to stop the fight.
He can come back at 140 with all his strength and be a better fighter. And it takes a father to know that. Don't lose it all this time. For what? You've done your best. This guy's too quick. Catch him 10 years from today when he's slow, when his legs are slow.
You see the volatility of the young man. And somewhat irrationally, he argues And look at Floyd Jr. as the peacemaker for once.
Well, it's a sport. Floyd Sr. had it right when he jumped up after the first round and said you'll get him in the 9th or 10th.
Yeah, he sure did, didn't he? Floyd Sr. called it perfectly. Cassius Green,
daddy the prophet.
Mayweather's cut man, yelling at Corrales, "That's your daddy." These guys faced extraordinary pressures coming into this fight. And for the way Floyd Jr. handled everything that surrounded him in the past several months and handled himself in there tonight, he deserves nothing but the highest compliment.
You got to give it to them. The guy used the ring, just as Harold Letterman would always say, ring generalship. I've never seen it like that in a young fighter with so few fights. Never seen it.
Extremely disappointed Diego Corrales, and there's the scene. There have been so many differences between the two of them. But there's the love.
When Cassius Clay, who became Muhammad Ali, outpointed Sonny Liston in the same fashion with so few professional fights, people said, can't be. A young man with courage can do a lot of things.
That is Floyd Mayweather Sr. on the right, Floyd Mayweather Jr. on the left. Their differences extremely well publicized. Less credit is paid to the truth of this. Let's go back and take a little bit more of a look at what happened in the 10th round. There's the little left hook that put Corrales down for the first of the 2 knockdowns in the 10th. Then right hand landed flush on the cheek. Corrales again unable to keep his feet. It was at this moment that Corrales' father and trainer Ray Woods stepped up on the apron. You see Diego trying to tell his trainer father, Ray Woods, not to be on the apron, and then reacting angrily as Ray Woods makes it clear that he wants the fight stopped at that moment.
It takes a father to have that kind of courage to get out there and do that. You can lose your job. He gets up, but he's hurt. You can lose your job, but you can't lose your fathership.
I say father. If you want to get totally technical about it, Ray Woods is his stepfather, but Diego says, that's my dad. That's the dad I've known. And so, in reality, that's their relationship.
There's no such thing as a stepfather when you love him.
In reality, they're father and son.
They're father and son. He loves him. We all need a dad like that.
Let's go to ring announcer Michael Buffer for the official particulars on a brilliant performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Richard Steele calls a halt to the bout. The official time, 2 minutes and 19 seconds of round number 10. The winner, and still the reigning undefeated WBC super featherweight champion of the world, pretty boy Floyd Mayweather.
Final CompuBox numbers. This may be the biggest CompuBox landslide we've covered, certainly in a hotly anticipated championship fight. Total punches landed, Mayweather landing 160 more, throwing 209 more, and landing at a connect percentage more than half of his punches. Jabs. Well, Diego Corrales only threw 47 of them and landed 7, and if there was a deficiency in his fight plan, there it is. George Foreman pointing out over and over that as the taller man and the bigger puncher, it was incumbent on Corrales to try to set up his power stuff with his jab, and he just didn't do it. Let's go to Larry Merchant in the ring with Floyd Mayweather Jr.
All right, thank you, Jim. Congratulations on a great fight. Floyd, what didn't you do that you wanted to do in this fight?
Well, first of all, I want to thank God for this victory. And like I said before, I just listened to my corner, listened to my trainer, Roger Mayweather. My dad, he also had a lot of input on it. Of course, he was my trainer also.
What part of you was your father and what part of you was Roger in there tonight?
I probably was using defense like my dad and using my jab like my Uncle Roger. But you know what I'm saying? It's just a good feeling to be where I'm at today.
Did he give you any problems at all?
Diego Corrales, he's a great fighter, and I think he can be champion if he move up. He got a lot of potential. But, tonight just was my night to shine. I told people, Floyd Mayweather's ranked #1 pound for pound.
What did all of the bad blood between the two of you have to do in this fight?
just to show the world who's the best 130-pounder in the world. He said he's the best. I say I'm the best. And so the best
it got pretty personal, though.
It got a little personal, but you know what I'm saying? This is a business. I'm here to sell myself. This is Pretty Boy Floyd. I want to show the world that I'm the best out there pound for pound. I'm the best 130-pounder. So, you know, he said he's the best. I say I'm the best. So we come together and see who's the best.
Was he clearly vulnerable to your left hook? Is that what you saw that you could get him with?
He's not. It was just my night. You know what I'm saying? I took my time.
Well, most nights are your night, but why in particular in this fight? Was your left hook so effective as we saw there?
Because, I mean, this is a shot I've been working on in camp, in training. I'm working on this shot. I'm knocking everybody out in camp with the same shot.
So do you feel as you get older or that you're getting bolder?
No, I told you before I can punch. I'm a big puncher, but, you know, I like to just take my time. If the knockout comes, it comes, but I'd like to win the best way I know how, and that's to listen.
Are you determined to stay at 130 where there are other high-profile fighters, or do you want to move up in weight to challenge some of the 135-pounders?
Well, you know, I would like to fight Prince Nassim. Hopefully, we can meet at 128, or he can come up to 130. We can fight, or I can fight the winner of Captain Mayor.
Prince Nassim isn't going to fight you.
Well, everybody want to see
after
that fight.
He saw this, it ain't going to happen.
You know, I really want to fight Prince Nassim, but I know you don't want to fight. But hopefully, I can fight the winner of Captain Mayor in free test.
What did you talk to about with Diego after and the father after the fight?
I told Diego, you know what I'm saying, let the trash talk and all that garbage we went through, when we leave that in the past. I respect you as a fighter. Hopefully you respect me, and let's go on with our careers.
Do you think his father did the right thing by stopping it when he did?
I think so, because this is a deadly sport. This is boxing. This is a brutal sport, and he wanted to be around to fight again, so his father done the right thing.
Thank you very much, Floyd. Again, congratulations. Jim?
All right. Thank you, Larry. And one final look at the touching scene as the Mayweathers of Grand Rapids, Michigan, now of Las Vegas, demonstrate that their reconciliation is complete. Well, George Foreman, Harold Letterman compared Floyd Mayweather Jr. to Willie Pep, and other boxing critics, some writers, have compared him to Ray Leonard, Pernell Whitaker. You mentioned Muhammad Ali's performance against Sonny Liston in Miami Beach.
Everybody thought it had to be a robbery. It had to be a fake. But he outboxed him because he was brave and he was quick. He moved feet and head, not just head. But it's Larry Merchant who can really judge, because this guy's seen more world title matches than, I guess, the two of us together. Let us, when he comes in, ask him the same. How can you compare him with the best ones?
Floyd Jr. talks about pound for pound. The pound for pound race centers around Shane Mosley, Felix Trinidad, Roy Jones. Is Floyd on that level now?
Well, there's a guy by the name of Page in the boxing ring. Until they beat him in that 147 class, nobody's pound for pound until they fight Page.
All right, James Page. George throws that into the mix as well. Let's go back up to Larry in the ring with Diego Corrales.
Again, thank you, Jim. Chico, just not your night. Tell us about it.
I mean, Floyd came out, he fought a good fight, you know. He, hands down, he did what he's supposed to do. He boxed very intelligently. You know, you got to take.
Was he just too quick for you?
I mean, I don't know if he's too quick. I mean, he just, you know, he fought a smart fight. The guy did what he was supposed to do. He caught me coming in. He waited for me to get off, and then waited to let his combinations go, and that was a smart fight.
Was there anything you did that you thought might present an opening? Any time you felt that something happened at the end of your punches?
Nah, you know, I just kept, all I knew was keep on trucking, don't get frustrated, keep going, keep coming forward. That's what I did, you know. Never thought about it.
You were extremely angry at your father for stopping the fight at that moment.
Yeah.
He's thinking not only of tonight, but of the rest of your career. How do you feel now with a few minutes under your belt?
I'm still angry. I feel like I'm a champion that deserves to finish out a fight on his feet or on his back, and you know, that's the way I want to go out. I don't feel anybody has the right to stop the fight as long as I'm getting up, as long as I am still sitting.
Tell us what you're seeing here at the end of the fight.
I got hit with a clean shot. You see, I'm still coherent. I mean, I look at him and I, you know, I let him know I'm okay. I'm all the way coherent. I just.
Was it a point of pride for you to finish the fight?